Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome if you're watching this. If you're not watching it, that's okay. You can watch it later.
People are watching, Josh.
How many? 12? Wow, that's 12 more than I expected right away. How many of those are you, Pete, watching it?
Oh, I hope none.
Oh, that's good. I'm Josh, filling in for Amanda, who's off getting computer training today, actually. So I'll be doing this. It's been a while for me. And as always, sitting back behind the screen here is Pete. Hey, Pete.
Let's see. Hey, I'm over here.
Wow, he's literally like 6 feet away from me. Thanks, Pete.
You got it.
So welcome to us. I'm Josh from browndoggadgets.com, and we're starting back up our live streaming stuff again after a long hiatus post-COVID and post-moving and post-many other things. But thanks for coming in and talking with us. We're going to go over a few things today. I have a little list that Amanda left me to go over. We're going to unbag. A really cool. Oh, look at that! That is a cute graphics. You need like a dog popping out of that one, Pete.
Yeah, we'll add that later.
Well, okay, we'll fix it in post. Our free sampler pack, which I know many educators have gotten in the past. That's why you might have got an email about this. I'll also show off a couple of our other new kits and stuff that we have that might be new, and some new 3D printed files that we've been posting that a lot of people don't know about. Post a lot of free 3D printable files, which make life really easy. So I'm going to go down the list of things, starting with the couple new things we have, and then finish with the unboxing. We'll make a project. How about that, Pete? We have plenty of time. We'll make a fun project here at the end as well. As always, if you like us, please, follow us if you want. We don't really get too broken up if you don't. But if you like our stuff, yeah, follow us. If not, don't. If you like a free sample bag from us, you can go to our website. We're going to talk about this more, how to get a free sample bag of like 5 different activities from us a little bit later on. Yeah, and you can check us out at browndoggadgets.com. And thanks, Pete. Thanks. If you have questions, I forgot. If you have questions, comments, concerns, or other things, please type them into a chat wherever you're watching it, and we should actually have pop up for us, and we can answer that as we're going along. Thanks, Pete, for that sound effect. If anything weird pops up on screen, it's because of Pete, not me. Pete loves to make things pop up on screen.
Yes,
so,
I'm waiting for comments to see if comments will work.
Also, if you comment too, so we can make sure comments are working. As we haven't done this for a while. And
yeah, please leave a comment.
So we're like, does all this stuff still work? So let's go into a few things. Let's go to the overhead camera, Pete. Overhead. So we're going to go over some of these new things that we have that... if you've noticed for a while, probably don't realize we currently have around. One of them is our new Solar Racer Kit, which is a really zippy solar car. We've been working on this for like 2 years on and off, kicking this around, modifying it. We like solar cars. We think they're really fun. They're a massive pain in the keister for people to do by scratch. I know. I tried back in my classroom years ago. And most of the kits that are out there stink.
A comment,
look at that. We actually have a comment from David Line.
Cool.
Thanks, Dave. Anyway, solar cars are usually a big pain in the keister. The kits that I've seen from other companies out there, I'm not calling names out, aren't awesome for a variety of reasons. Our big thing was to make a kit that, one, was very easy to go together. This is all popped together, no tools required, no adhesives or glues required, which was a big one for us. It's very simple to pop the pieces together. Also something we could decorate. We're using Baltic birch plywood, very thin Baltic birch plywood for this, so it's lightweight. But it also takes a washable marker. This is a washable Crayola marker, Sharpie or craft paint really well. Yeah, this is actually, I think this is the one from the photo on our website too, Pete. Yeah, it is. This is the hero one. Andy in our office made this up. And lastly, it had to be zippy. And this moves at a fast adult walking speed in full sunlight. So as an adult, if I walk very quickly, like speed walking down our parking lot, it's about this speed. Also, being overpowered and extra zippy means even in cruddy sunlight, it'll still work, which is always a classroom management issue galore. But yeah, these are available on our website. They just went up last week. We'll do like a walkthrough and a build guide. Eventually, Amanda will do that. Like I should say, a step-by-step live stream going over this and some other solar things. But it's up on our website. It's fun. All of our testers loved it. We've had a couple of workshops with educators here in Wisconsin that use these, and they really liked it as well. So it helps that it's fast. Very fast. It's a one-time use thing. It's meant that the kids take it, make it, decorate it, take it home when they're done. You can't really pop this apart and back together too many times before you start wearing out the pressure points we built into this. But it's also pretty inexpensive. I think this is half the cost of what most other solar cars. Most solar cars are in that $25 to $30 range. The most this costs, like a single one of these in the nicer packaging, is $15. In our larger quantities, they drop significantly in price point because we wanted to make sure that they were priced so kids could take them home. So I put this off to the side. There you go, little guy. Yay. Also, people have been big fans of our solar bug kits, which we've been doing for the last couple of years. Here's a solar bug. Ta-da! A vibrating 2 solar projects in a row, Pete. By popular request, we actually started doing solar critters, which are reptiles and amphibians. There was actually no boxes in our warehouse. We usually have like about 100 of these on the shelf of each variety, but we apparently sold out recently, and they're making more right now. So none were shrink wrapped. So we have the solar bug version, which is reptiles and amphibians. Exact same thing as our bugs if you've done those before. Literally the same thing, just different templates. We also have our solar Mars rover. Again, same project, but in a classic Mars rover Curiosity style Mars rover, which I realize is like 20 years ago or so more. So in my head, this is what Mars rovers look like still. Now they're the size of Honda Civics that they drop on Mars and drive around. But we have the exact same project, just this would be more for, I guess, your older students. The bugs require the least amount of arts and craftsy goodness because it's a simple design, simple decoration. Critters, such as Andy's favorite one, the solar salamander, the solar mander, if you will, is very complicated in that art design. You can go further and do more cutting. So again, depending on how arts and craftsy your students are, again, you could just cut around the outside of this, be very lazy. Amanda did this, so it looks very nice. Thanks, Amanda. I assume you're not watching because you're taking a class.
She'll
but
watch later.
She will, hopefully, and or not. I don't know. It's not, after hours, I don't care what she does. So we got these, and then this is just a more difficult template again because you're a little more complicated design on it. But again, it's exact same core mechanics. It's a solar panel vibrating motor, inexpensive make and take. They're the same price whether you get the bugs, the critters, or the Mars rover version. And yeah, these are actually this product line, so to speak. Our little solar vibrobots have been our best sellers this year, so we just keep selling them goo gobs. People like them, and we're happy people like them because they're really fun. And we've been taking requests seriously by putting out new versions. And this is one we did in conjunction with NASA, in collaboration with NASA. We have official permission to use this. So yes, that's right. We got to work with NASA. I know, it's been a lifelong dream, Pete. Suddenly realized by making kits for NASA. So that's the couple things I want to show off. We got the critters, the Mars rovery goodness, and our solar race car. So we're going to move into what I'm calling Pete's 3D Corner.
Ooh.
I don't know, it's a working title. So we do a lot of 3D printable things. If you've gotten a sampler pack from us before, you've gotten a roll of our conductive tape on a conductive tape holder. You can tell this is an older one because the BDG here is not in black. We got some new 3D printers this past year that do 2-color very easily, so now we're doing fancy 2-color promos. Anyway, as always, all the 3D printed files we make for our kits or put out or use internally, we like to throw out on our website so other teachers can download them and use them for free. Things that we found useful. Like if you get a solar bug kit, and inside of here is a 5-meter roll, aka 16 feet of conductive tape. You're like, hey, I want to save this in a way that's useful and doesn't like unravel on me. Here you go. You can print off one of these little bad boys. Or if you get one of our bigger kits that has, say, a 20-meter roll in it, you can print off the jumbo version, which also, if you have a 2-color printer, can be done in 2 colors. Or not. I know. You don't have to. It doesn't matter. It just is kind of fun. But these are easy to print off and really handy. And even better, say you have conductive tape from a different company.
Whoa.
my heart is broken. You can still use this because they all have the same diameter core. It's a 3-inch diameter plastic or cardboard core. Typically, it's fairly industry standard for this stuff. They'll work with any of the random tapes you have. You have an old roll of copper foil tape from like 20 years ago. Copper foil is horrible, but you still use it for making leaded glass. You're doing stained glass, Pete.
Stained glass.
That's why you have the copper foil. That's why. You can pop it on one of these, and they're easy peasy to make. They're pretty quick and fast on 3D printers, and we use these a lot with group activities. So these are something we've been showing off for ages, and you can print these off and whatnot. The new thing that we're showing off, a couple new things that people probably haven't seen. Pete designed this really handy CR2032 battery holder for, say, storing your coin cell batteries. You probably have a few left over from activities. It's a very nice, satisfying click. I'll do it one more time so people can hear. This was a big thing.
Wow.
And very child-proof safe on here too. And you just pop them out from the backside. So we use these at teaching conferences, but these are really handy as well. Are they stackable, Pete? You can kind of stack them.
No, but it is parametric, so
it's
you can
parametric.
print one that's 5, 10, 15. I have one that's like 25 batteries. It's super
He's a
long.
25. At one point, he had one that was just 2 batteries wide for some
Yeah,
weird
I made
reason.
one with 2 just to sit on my desk if I need a
But
battery.
This is a good file to print off if you have any coin cell batteries around, because last thing you want to do is like I think it was a couple teachers at an event we did locally. They came up to us after the event they were doing their own activity and like, hey, you guys use coin cell batteries? I'm like, yeah, we're doing name tags. And like, hey, should this bag be hot? They held up like a Ziploc bag full of coin cells, like just 30 or 40 in there.
Bad idea.
And I held it like it was uncomfortably warm. It wasn't burning, it was just uncomfortably warm. And just like, you should probably just throw this away or do something with it.
Hey, Josh, that's a great tip for the winters in Wisconsin. Just put a bag full of batteries in your pocket and let it warm up.
There you go. Don't need one of those little hand warmer things.
Yeah, make
it's
your
just-
own.
Yeah. So this is what you want to do. So you can just throw these back into a tub or something. So this way they don't short out on other ones. And two, if you put them like 2 of them face to face too, there's enough gap here where it won't short out each other. Like you can kind of weirdly stack them. We take these to trade shows all the time for activities. Another new one that Pete has done and modified. Oh, Pete, I didn't bring a thing to use this on.
Do you want me to get some
Would you
pins?
grab one? It's
Yeah.
more fun when I show it off. So
It is
this
more fun when you
is a
show it.
file Pete actually found and modified. It's just like a little clamper. But this is the right size for Lego Technic pegs, because sometimes Lego Technic pegs are a pain in the keister. Thanks, Pete. Especially the blue ones here. So you can grab onto it and pull really easily. And we are not using real Lego Technic in some of our kits. It is a non-official Lego Technic, and people ask, oh, well, it's because using non-standard parts. But 2 nights ago, my 6-year-old and I were doing some Lego projects, and I caught him out of the corner of my eye using his teeth to pull out Lego Technic pins out of the thing he's working. I'm like, no, Ted, no, let me help. He's not watching this.
Well, Josh, couldn't you just use a regular pair of pliers?
You could, but also you then squish them
Yeah.
and break the ends. This nicely grips around it, and it pulls out really easily. So I actually printed one of these off to take home for home use. It's really handy. I wish Lego did this. You actually buy similar things like this off of like eBay, I think Amazon, and a few other spots we found some. But whether it's the blue or the black pegs, there's a variety of different types of these from Lego. This is really handy. On our printers, we have some Bamboo Lab 3D printers, which are pretty zippy. Took about 50 minutes to print one of these off. It's 3 pieces. It's up on our website. I highly recommend, if you're a Lego person or do Lego things in a classroom with Lego Technic, that you just keep one of these around, just one in your classroom. They're so handy, we're really mulling over whether or not to actually include this with our Bitboard Rover, which is our essentially Lego Technic robot. It's Lego Technic compatible parts using, I think these are our parts. But just because if I get every now and then you get one of these that just won't come out for one reason or the other, I always like to push through from the other side. but then you get in and out both sides.
Well, Josh, one of our projects we stack 3 beams, so I think that's the one where it's tough to push from the other side. But
Yes.
it's a handy little tool.
It is. It is very handy, and quite frankly, I wish Lego would include something like this in their kits, but it's a good tool. So if you're a Lego Technic-y person in general, spend what I assume is 30 cents worth of plastic.
Josh, remember our old pal Maker Block?
I do. It's been like,
streaming day?
so we were doing live streams galore during COVID, like 2-3 times a week. And we had some people who would pop in all the time. And we just kind of got really busy and didn't need this. Thanks, man. We appreciate it. It took us way too long to make a good solar car. But, anything worthwhile is not typically
Takes a
super
while.
fast.
Yeah.
Except our solar car, which is fast, racer.
Well,
That's why it's a racer,
now
not
it
a
is.
car. It's not a solar carpool. Anyway, print one of these puppies off. You have a 3D printer. They are super, super handy to have around. And I wish we had this when I was younger. Or, spend the $8 to buy one off Amazon. But why not? It's a great little tool. Pete, I was going to ask you too. One of the other things I like to have, like we have on this table, we have this really nice LED tray,
Yeah.
which is so silly. But Pete made one. It has like rounded corners here, so you can, if you have like one little item there, it's got rounded edges. It's not flat. Pete, do we have this up on the website?
No, but Josh, I'm working on a revision to that you asked for. I actually
trying to segue into that.
I took a Gridfinity library and tried to, because you wanted it stackable.
Yes.
So it's kind of already in there. So I'm printing a sample now, but hopefully we'll get that, in a little bit.
I know a lot of us end up with a lot of like weird little parts, like for instance, little binder clips. And Pete has a variety of 3D printed little trays like this on his desk, some for sticky notes. Pete's desk is basically organized entirely by 3D printed things.
Wow.
And it's really well organized because of it. And it's really handy, and they're clean, and he puts little rubber feet on the bottom of them so they don't slide around his desk. But yeah, I asked Pete to do a revision that is a stackable version of this, just in case your teacher wants to, print off a version like an LED holder or something, because I know some parts just kind of float around a lot on your desk otherwise, or, little motors or other things. So you can, have all your parts nicely organized on a desk or a live streaming table, which isn't that large. So cool. So that's all those things. Any other fun 3D printed things I forgot that are kind of new on our website, Pete?
Ooh, no, the players are the newest thing. Nothing since then.
I guess, do we have the two-tone version of these up on our website?
Oh,
I think we just have
That's
have
a good. We might not, because I think with the
Yeah.
move and everything, but we did move, by the way.
We moved. We moved 5 inches down the road to a much
Yeah.
larger place with a much nicer build out.
Yeah, I can get those files up there too, in case someone wants to do a 2-color.
If you want to, it's really just one layer of black here, and then it's all the other color. It's just, they look kind of nice. We thought, hey, we have these new machines, we could do multicolor print, and we do a lot of these as giveaways, freebies to educators we work with, or taking them to trade shows. So when people steal them from us at a trade show, like, oh, where'd I get this from? BDG. Actually, one of the first events that we went to after COVID, someone stopped by like, oh my gosh, you use those too? I love these tape holders. We're like, yeah, the BDG on the bottom is Brown Dog Gadgets. That's us. We did that, and by we I mean Pete, in our office. These are really handy. They're free. Please print them off with a 3D printer. They're quick, and it's just little pressure fit pegs. So if one of these little bad guys break, who cares? And also you do multicolor, different colors. So
True.
yeah, it's stuff like this, custom organizers. Man, our printers too. By the way, shout out to Bamboo Lab for making really nice 3D printers. We recently upgraded from all like Creality machines. And my gosh, they turn out so well. We don't sell 3D printers. We just really appreciate good 3D printing, and
We've
ease
just
of
been
use.
using them for 12, 13 years, however long it's been.
Yeah, Pete's like an original making your own 3D printer from a box of scraps in a makerspace kind of guy. I've had a 3D printer since the MakerBot Replicator 2. We've had Brown Dog's had some, but this is by far the easiest printers and the fastest as well. So Bamboo Lab, and they have these really nice textured base plates. So your bottom of your print looks like really nice compared to this is Yeah, this is an old one from our
that's from
reality
the-
machines.
yeah.
You can see the lines. It wasn't a particularly good print to begin with, but the textured bottoms make it look really nice, and then the tops turn out really well. I don't know. I'm just very impressed. I'm also very easily impressed by 3D printing stuff because I enjoy when things work well. So let's get into why you're probably here, which is our free sampler pack. Pete, the free sampler pack, a staple of our website. Whoa. Hey, Pete, what website can they find the free sampler pack form on?
I would try browndoggadgets.com.
We have sent out I probably 5, almost 6,000 of these just through our website, not to mention the boxes of them we'll give out to teachers for workshops and whatnot. But this is kind of the Christmas chocolate sampler set is kind of my go-to analogy. It's a little bit of everything. It's all of our favorite make and take projects so that teachers, educators, librarians can try some of these activities out without buying anything and seeing if they work well for your teaching environment, your library, your situation, whatever you're doing. These are just really handy to kick around a few things, and also to see if our resources and our guides and our lesson plans are worth your time and effort. Because I know for a lot of STEM education products, the resources, the directions are worth as much, if not more, than the materials in the box. Because a really nice thing is worthless without really good lesson plans or directions or build guides, because as educators, you don't have time to make your own for most of this stuff. You'd rather just have a good one available for you from people who know what they're doing. So request a sample. If you want to request a sample, Pete, I love that. Look at that. You can buy this nice little overlay. Whoa! We're venturing into like Wayne's World gag jokes here, Pete. Yay, 90s reference. Okay, so we're going to pop this open. If you want one, go to browndoggadgets.com. There's a sample request tab at the top of like every page on our website. Fill out the form, we'll send it to you. It's open to educators, librarians, nonprofits, anybody who works in those organizations. If you're working in a tax-free organization where you work with children all day long, it's probably something you can get from us, and we'll ship one to you free of charge, just one. If you want help with like a larger workshop, this is what we take to events. When we were at ISTE, we did a workshop with about 100 teachers where everyone got a bag of these, and we did a bunch of stuff at the workshop. So let's pop this open and see what's in here and what's going on. No purchase necessary. And we will ship to Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico, unlike so many promotional things from restaurants. It is valid in Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico.
What question here, Josh?
No, email us, man. Email us, and we'll throw one in there. This must be an older one because look, we print off these by like the hundreds and hundreds at a time. This must have been from the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, because all the new ones, this is directly off our big bin full of them. Same thing, just the BDG. So you get a roll of tape in here. Yay, it's 16 feet. Our maker tape is awesome. If you've not seen this before, this is like the linchpin of our business. It's a nylon conductive tape. I'm going to put this to the side so I can use it for something different. Here's one I opened up for a live stream yesterday with some teachers. It's nylon, so it will bend, fold, flex, even stretch a little bit, but it will not break on you when you're doing projects, unlike copper foil, because copper foil is foil. Like aluminum foil, it rips and tears easily. Yes, Amanda. Hey, you are watching, Amanda. Aw. Amanda's our education outreach coordinator. She's been working here more than a few months now. 6 months, I think. And she should be doing this live stream today, but she went off to do training today. So good for you. But it's good stuff, and it's really handy. If you've ever been horribly frustrated with copper foil tape, this will fix everything for you. Oh no, copper foil tape, why are you burning up?
Because it's garbage.
Because it's garbage. Now, we used to use it in our kits years ago. It's just unreliable. It's great for certain things, but it's not great for circuitry. It's just what was available 12 years ago, 10 years ago. We kind of popularized this. We were the first company, education STEM company, to really push this as an alternative. I'm glad a lot of companies have moved over to selling a variation of this. I'm happy because this just makes life so much easier in every single way. The only thing you can do with copper foil you cannot do with this is solder to it. But if you're soldering to it, then you probably don't really want to use tape. You probably want to use a wire. So it's such a limited use case of why you do copper foil over this. I guess it's prettier if you're into copper stuff. Anyway, This is just great. It's just as conductive as copper foil is. It's about 1 to 2 ohms per foot of resistance. So unless you're doing some really crazy technical stuff, this is great. Somewhere buried in our YouTube channel is a video where we stress tested the tape to see like how many watts we could throw through it. And we were throwing way more power than any situation you'd ever find in a classroom or home use. It was like 30 some volts at like 3 amp before it started to like have issues or get weirdly hot. And no one's doing that. Not with double A's or triple A's. You go out of your way to really try to do that, really out of your way. But it's really, really good stuff. So we have it in all of our kits. It's fantastic. Oh, it is conductive on the bottom too. I almost forgot, Pete. It's Z-axis conductive. So if you overlap 2 pieces, it makes a solid connection, unlike copper foil, which typically doesn't. It's really hard to get your copper foil to do that. This just overlap and it'll press down. It's great. Oh, Pete, I'm forgetting stuff left and right. It's really great as well for doing fabric projects using craft felt, foam, t-shirts, sweatshirts, whatever, denim. If you're a denim person, like one of our favorite people in our warehouse,
we know a
Spencer.
denim person.
Yeah, he is basically the president of Levi Strauss. Shout out to Spencer, who will never watch this. He wears a lot of denim, but this would be great on denim because denim would not be destroyed by the tape and its stickiness. Cashmere sweater man in our warehouse. We don't have a cashmere sweater person.
Not yet.
But if we did have a cashmere
Someday.
sweater person, we wouldn't want to do that because cashmere sweaters are probably not happy with adhesives. Anyway, it's great stuff because it bends, folds, and flexes because it's nylon. So this is great stuff. So if you have a chance, for nothing else, get a sampler pack from us so you can try out some of this. Yay. In here we have like 5 different activities and materials enough so you can try a couple more things. Basically, it's a go to our website, see all of our guides, resources, and directions. So we're going to make one thing out of here. I'm going to go through what else is here. I'm just going to make one, so I'm not here all day. So inside, the first thing you'll find is materials to make a solar bug. We have, like all of our kits we have, let me just flip this over. There we go. We have nice printable directions for this on our website, as well as a nice video guide, step-by-step video guides. It's the exact same materials and whatnot you would do for your critters or your Mars rovers, just a different template. We always have one on both sides. So we got stag bug on one side, ladybug on the other. Ladybug. And of course your solar panel, your vibrating motor that's peel and stick, and of course you'd use some maker tape to make all the connections come together. Yay. It's a pretty great and easy project. This is our little direction card. The bigger one is just a larger picture-oriented version of that. So there's this. This is in that sampler pack. It is our best seller this year.
The sampler pack?
No, the solar bug / critter / Mars.
That makes more
overview.
sense, yeah.
Yay. Additional red cards include our paper circuits card, which we have right here. And this has, in here as an activity, a hello, my name is paper circuits card. So you have a little bag here, battery, binder clip for good measure, and 2 LEDs, which you could use for multiple things you wanted to, and a peel and stick safety pin. You know what, Pete, you know what I did? I threw away my sample, which is sitting right there next to the trash can for last time. I made one of these in a workshop yesterday. I was going to use it as here's a thing.
it because it's lit up.
It's still lit up from yesterday with a red LED.
Hey,
Thanks,
there it
Pete.
is.
There we go. What do I get for cleaning up? Here's my poorly, quickly made one as part of a little workshop I did yesterday with a couple teachers. Simple paper circuits project, your safety pin, this. Again, nice printable directions set on our website, a video step-by-step guide. We have a full kit that comes with everything you need for this, and the kit comes with color-changing LEDs, not just red. So, and different colors of these guys. This is just a quick guide. There's a QR code here to take you to the video guide. It's identical to what's in the kit, just on a bigger card. We have this wonderful maker tape like rundown. I like the first bullet point is it's awesome and easy to use.
True.
Look at these. These
There's
are
no lie
all
there.
true things.
Yeah.
It is awesome and easy.
They
to
have been
use.
verified by
Look at
third
that.
party.
It has a link to the dispenser in there
does.
too.
Right.
Oh, I forgot about that. We've been putting QR codes and everything as we're refreshing our stock after our move, and so I always forget like there's QR codes galore on stuff now because it makes things easy. And on the backside, a little bit of information like the things I just mentioned before, being able to overlap parts, go over components. right here. You can be like, look, press down if you need some help. Oh, almost real sized. Shout out to Andy, our curriculum writer / printing man. He's in our print room printing stuff off today. Thanks, Pete.
That's the DJ
who made this
air
wonderful
horn.
like finger graphic and spent way too much time like trying to get like a very nice finger graphic here. So thanks, Andy.
Decapitated finger.
I keep telling Andy, if you made this black instead of olive toned, it would look like a little nun.
It's also like someone got a table saw. Whoops.
Whoops! Oh no!
Off their
Table saw
finger.
accident. Pete, don't jinx our office because we're still making things around here for our warehouse. Yeah, we moved from about 7,000 square feet of space to 11 with a pretty large build out. One thing that we have a card in here for, but we don't give you all the parts for because we don't want to give you fabric in our kit, is a felt bracelet card. I'm going to grab my example felt bracelet. This is just using maker tape to do a wearable circuits project. Right here. So we do give you like an extra LED if you want to not make the hello my name is name tag. You want to do this, just grab some craft foam or a piece of felt. Again, step-by-step guide here. Now our kit does come with conductive Velcro, our official kit for wearable circuit. Conductive Velcro is weirdly expensive. I would know we bought out most of the US stock at one point this summer. Insanely large amounts of Velcro for a crud ton of children. I think we put enough kits out, Pete, for 25,000 students to one school district.
Yeah,
that was
a
over
big-
that. It was over that many.
Yeah.
It was like 1,100 of our classroom sets, so 1,100 times 25.
It's a lot of bracelets.
It's a lot of bracelets. So if you're in the Los Angeles area and you end up making this, that's because of us, or you end up getting a kit. So thanks LAUSD for doing that. We used an insane amount of Velcro that we had to purchase. Anyway, we don't have this in the kit, but in the sampler pack, but it comes in the full kit. And it's kind of niche. If nothing else, too, I tell people we have a bunch of different paper craft projects, and you can just make them a felt project, which is a really fun thing to do. We have one of my favorites we have dinosaurs, paper craft dinosaurs, and it's kind of funny at teaching conferences. We'll have a paper version of one of the dinosaurs, and then a felt version like 3 feet away. And the felt version always gets more oohs and ahs because it's soft, it's fabric. Exact same project, just felt versus
Well, it's
construction
durable
paper.
too, so it's not good. I mean, something paper you feel like is, flimsy, whatever.
Amanda likes using craft foam, which we've never really been big into. And some people have used it. It's just never something in our office that we've made projects with. But Amanda's making some projects with craft foam, and they've turned out really well. Actually, I'm gonna grab another thing that's over here because she made a little box of sample stuff. We have a bunch of mask designs on our website, which you could use if you want to say make this mask. You could use your 2 LEDs in the sampler pack, conductive tape, and a battery to make this if you wanted to, a red and a green. We've got a bunch of mask templates up on our website for free. Oh yeah, Pete, all of our guides, resources, directions, ebooks,
Free?
videos, lesson plans are free on our website, whether or not
Free?
you like us. That's
Really?
right, Pete. Free. Thanks, Pete. Your sound effects fill me with a sense of joy at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on I believe it's Wednesday.
I hope Amanda likes them.
I hope Amanda's watching and enjoys the fun that we're having without her in the office today. But please, if you're an arts and crafts person who enjoys felt or construction paper or craft foam, any of those things, it's the same activities, just a different physical material, which does change the interest level with it and some of the crafting possibilities. So I'm going to put these away so Amanda can use them for other things, because these are nice, really nice demos she made. They're really nice. Thanks, Amanda. I'm working my way to the Bristlebot, Pete. I want to do that one last. Additionally, one of our classic Brown Dog kits is our acrylic LED name badge, not to be mistaken with our name tag. Tag because it's horizontal, badge because it hangs.
Oh.
Ah. This is a project we used to do at teaching conferences a lot. Now we do this instead. You use a safety pin to etch your name in here. LED goes into this socket and then lights up. This is the one I badly made yesterday. It does not look great under all these studio lights if you have lower light situations. Even just not this crazy bright, it looks really nice. It's the same technique they use on fancy exit signs and for floating signs. You're just etching into acrylic with usually a laser cutter. Like this one here was done with a laser cutter. There you go. Way to go, Ben.
Yeah.
This is an old one from a trade show we had sitting around still. But we use a safety pin to etch in there, battery, LED. And by the way, if you don't want to make this project, take the battery, use it to make another paper circuits activity. You have 2 LEDs. They're there. It looks nice. It's fun. It's really good for that middle school to high school crowd because they have a little more strength and dexterity to do this. You're not freehanding it either. We use a dry erase marker to write your name on first, then you can wipe it away at the end.
If you're good, you can freehand it.
Yeah, no one's that good. I will say,
What?
Pete, years ago at a teaching conference in Texas, this is my go-to story about this. We had a teacher break out a large knife. A gentleman sat down, broke a large knife out of his like a little belt holder thing he had at our table, and he's just sat there. We had a bigger version of this. Just it was a different format, more like a 4x3. This is widescrreen. He sat there for like half an hour, heavily etching the Batman logo into his, which turned out really, really, really well. That was the old style that we switched to this. It's much easier to physically build. But it was kind of impressive. We sat there for a really, really, really long time.
It's like modern day Whitland.
It really was. It really was. But we use this a safety pin. You can also use like a push tack for my corkboard. It works really well. Some people use Dremels, which I don't typically recommend.
Oh, Josh, you did get those engraving tools to test, and those worked pretty well.
I totally forgot about those. You can get like a 5-pack of these. Literally, they're called engraving tools. It's just like a metal pointy guy.
Like a sharpened. The nice thing about them is it's got a big handle, so you're holding like a pencil instead of a little pin. That's the nice thing about it.
But it was, I think, like a 5-pack for $9, $10 off of Amazon.
Yeah.
Years ago, I looked at they were like $15 at Michael's craft store. I'm like, no. But we got some so we could make these up on the fly. But these are fun to do. LED name badge. Again, printable directions and videos on our website. All that fun jazz. We'll put you to the side, little man. We're going to get to the most silly one of all. Our BristleBots, which are our fun toothbrush robot. And here's one from my workshop yesterday. So these were actually, up until this year, our most popular product. I think we had like 70,000 of these leave our doors last year, at least. It's a toothbrush head, and we actually custom injection mold our own toothbrush head. We designed this and get this made by a toothbrush company in China. It's a vibrating motor, different from the one that's in the Solar Bug. The Solar Bug one is a peel and stick motor that's all internal. It's a coin or disc motor, they call it. This is a standard barrel motor. If you've seen a motor, it probably looks like this, a DC motor, with a little offset weight on the end that spins. I like when kids can see it moving. And then foam tape holds it all together. Pipe cleaners are great for both balance as training wheels, but also switching around the center of gravity so you can have it do different things, or try to get to do different things. They're impossible to work.
Josh, old people might know that as a pager motor.
No one calls it pager motor. That really dropped off the map, I want to say, 2016, 2017. It used to be universally called pager motors on all electronic websites that cater to hobbyists or educators, even on Amazon. They're called pager motors, and now they might have it listed somewhere on that for analytics, but it's not the name on the listing. It's hidden or far down in there. Pagermotors.com was a thing that sold just 4 or 5 types of motors. That's been dead for years. Easy step-by-step guide. The downside of BristleBots are like a cupcake. It does not last very long. For a couple hours until the battery conks out. You can't really switch out the battery because of the wire getting all gummed up on the bottom from the really, really strong foam tape. Although we are looking at revamping some things in next year to be more compliant with upcoming safety regulations. We might end up having a BristleBot where you can switch out the batteries just because we're making custom battery holders. Hopefully, we'll see. It's things we're working on. We're also going to eventually include some maker tape in here. Any piece of tape, a sticker. I like to when teachers use stickers. If I can find stickers at a reasonable price, I'd put them in there. Fun stickers. I can find bad stickers at a reasonable price, but not like interesting little stickers. But then, ooh. This moves quite quickly. This one actually, I put it together well, so it's actually moving in a pretty good line. It's like the old vibrating football game that Pete played when he was growing up.
It's true, I did.
I didn't realize they had them in the 17th century, Pete.
Wow.
I'm so mean to Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, these are fun and they're whimsical and they're great for high interest days or summer camps. And you can take it home. Nice part is too, people have mentioned how like, hey, don't have to worry about this battery falling off. You have to really work to get this battery off. We use a really strong industrial foam tape. It's the same brand we actually use in all of our kits. This is just a really thin version. I tell people and they laugh that don't stick it on your drywall in a room because you'll take the drywall off when you try to peel off something off your wall.
Sure.
And I get like a little chuckle. I'm like, no, it's happened to me. We used some of this in 2 offices ago in the same building we moved from, just a different unit in there. And we tried to I mounted some stuff on the wall with this tape, assuming, like 3M mounting tape from a Target or a Walmart or whatnot, it would come off at the end. Like a year or 2 later when we moved, went to go peel that thing off the wall and a chunk of drywall came with it. And then I went to go do another one. I'm like, okay, I can hear the drywall ripping behind there. I'm like, I'm just going to leave a few things. Nothing I have on the wall is all that important.
I have a giant roll of foam tape, like a big roll of it, because when I worked in video production, they put a temporary sign up for a video shoot we did, and they used that tape. And when the person took it off the wall, it tore giant chunks off, and they had to get maintenance to repair the wall. So they got rid of the tape, and I took it.
There you go, Pete. One man's destructive materials, another man's treasure.
Yeah.
But a BristleBot is in there, and all these are kind of our best-selling consumables, things that make and take projects for kiddos. Really, my goal for sending these out to thousands of teachers a year is to have them try out our resources, try out our materials, see why they're worth your time and effort, and making sure we're worth your time and effort. Before we end today, again, request a sample off our website, browndoggadgets.com. If you want one, it's there. Yay. If you want to chit-chat with us, we're here 9 to 5 Central Time. Amanda, who's usually, or will be sitting here more often, she's always happy to pop onto Zoom, set up a mini workshop with educators who want her to walk through some of the lesson plans we have for all of these items, which I didn't get into because there's a lot of them. But she's always had to walk through stuff with people in our live streaming studio or at her desk and help troubleshoot things with you. And if you have a chance, you're a Lego person, reminder, please go print one of these off. This is, I cannot stress how handy this is and how much it'll save your fingers from hurting after doing Lego Technic.
Also, shout out to the guy. There's a guy who designed players he made it for like a network connecting thing that was really hard to pull off with your fingers. But he made the code available, so I kind of took his file and modified it for. I showed it to him, and he was like, "Hey, that's a great use for it."
Yeah, and I would say too. I know someone once asked, "Hey, does it work when they're close together?" Yes, they do. Like it fits perfectly here. It's just
You're welcome.
Right width. Yeah, I know, Pete. I'm Pete. I design cool things.
I try to think of things, when I do things.
That guy doesn't want to. There we go. I have to squeeze on this a little harder.
It might not always get it out.
If it saves your finger
90%
troubles,
of the time.
or your 6-year-old from using his teeth to pull them out.
No.
I gave one of these I made it green too. We took a green one home so it matches the Lego pry tool they include in kits these days, which I wish I would have had as a child because there's always that one Lego plate on a different thing I couldn't get off. I had to go hey, can somebody get a screwdriver please and help me?
Those pry tools are great. We should show those off too. Those are really great to have.
Well, they come with all the Lego kits these days.
Okay.
Yeah, they have for a while, which is great. Which is why I'm like, this would be great to have on stuff. And we are mulling over putting this in our Rover kit, just like our big classroom sets, because having one around a classroom never hurts. Yeah. Especially if you're having kids make a lot of things, you're bound to need this sooner or later. And it's like 35 cents worth of plastic and 50 minutes on our printer. Or a not Bamboo Lab printer, probably an hour and a half.
Yeah, a couple hours.
As always, questions, comments, concerns, give us a call. We're around. Always happy to help out. And thanks for watching. We'll be doing this. I think Amanda's doing 2 next week. We started doing a couple one-offs to make sure our software is working. And our studios, we literally just got lights on the ceiling today. Pete mounted our lights up above and got a few more things going today. So we're still getting moved in. Next week, Amanda's doing a couple different workshops or events. Our goal is to get 3 of these a week going. Doing individual projects and go along. For instance, Halloween is coming up, Pete. Did you know that? Halloween is coming up.
I do know that because I gave Amanda a project to do.
Yeah, about 2 months we have Halloween. And so we're going to start showing off some of our Halloween projects and a few new ones as well. Some of them might even move, like this fun project Amanda put together. Oh, there's a BristleBot stuck back here.
They get everywhere.
we actually use our BristleBot motor for this to do motion with paper circuits. So we can do some fun little spinning activities with these. Our BristleBot motors very simply and easily, and attach things to it. But anyway, we'll be doing a bunch of these, typically 3:30 Central Time, which is 4:30 Eastern, and I don't know, 9 a.m. California time. I don't know.
1:30.
1:30 California.
Pacific.
9 a.m. would be Hawaii.
Pacific
I don't know.
time is
The Hawaiians are
1:30.
very nice when we chat with them and put up with us. We should go to a teaching conference in Hawaii, Pete.
I'm in. Let's do it.
I mean, Pete would be up for that one.
Andy would really.
Andy would.
try to
He's a
go,
resident
though.
surfer in our office. He would lobby hard for his inclusion.
True.
For that. He tried to
You just
talk
bring
me-
everybody. Why don't we
Well,
just bring the whole company, Josh?
during the Olympics, he was like, "Look, there's a teaching conference in Tahiti at the same time the Olympics are at. We should totally go to that." I'm like, "No,
Right.
there's not, Andy. Just trying to go to the surfing competition in Tahiti."
Can you blame him?
No, I can't.
Okay.
It beats Lake Michigan.
Josh,
On that
what else
fun
we
note,
got today? What are we doing?
That's it.
That's it?
We're good. We're out of here.
Great.
It's been 45
We
minutes.
got
Hopefully,
33 people watching. Do you want to?
Really?
Yeah. Do you want to tell
well,
them?
thank you, 33 people who are watching this,
Right.
and people who might watch it in the future, because nothing's ever gone when we put it online.
Future?
So I make sure I don't drop too many horrible, vulgar words.
Wow.
So don't want to get in trouble. Could lose my teaching position.
Oh no.
But yeah. Anyway, we'll be back. Amanda will be back later. I think 3 days a week. 2 starting next week for a couple months, a couple weeks, and then up to 3, and then we'll keep on going. So cool beans, everyone. Hopefully you'll come back again. It didn't scare you off. And grab a sampler pack. They're free. And who can argue with free? On that note, I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye, Pete.
All right. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Please visit browndoggadgets.com for parts, projects, and curriculum. Follow us on social media @BrownDogGadgets. We'll see you next time.